Welcome back for the final two of the Under-18 GFL Grand Final replay this morning between Bannockburn and Geelong Western Joeys. At three-quarter time, it's Bannockburn 5-4-34, Western Joeys 4-6-30, so only 4 points in it, but Bannockburn did pretty well in that third term against the Breeze to kick 3 goals and take the lead. They got the 8 of the Breeze in the final term, and just to let everybody remind you that we're not coming back if there's a Grand Final replay number 2, so it better not be today.
I don't think we'll see one today. At the moment, all the momentum's with Bannockburn. They pull it back their way, kicking into the wind, and they'll be looking to score the first goal of this last quarter and sort of try and blow a bit of a gap in between them and Geelong West St Joeys.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. And this first takeaway will be very important, I think, in the context of the final result.
Well, start of the final term now. The umpire will put the ball in the air for Simon West and Mitchell Lister to do the ruck work. And the umpire does now. Neither can get an effective tap. Goes towards Dylan. Punched away towards centre half forward for Bannockburn. Handball back towards Vagona, who gets a right foot kick wide. It's okay as well. And his teammate has taken the mark, and that's O'Sullivan. Comes back inboard on his right boot. Goes towards half forward. Goes towards Forbes and also Booley. Got some support there, Booley. Can they get away? The handball chopped off. Beard ducks his head and tries to get the footy away. Slap back towards Dylan and Beard. And they will see a ball up at half forward for Western Joeys.
Looks like they've gone for Madden as a marking forward at full forward in the goal square, which perhaps they lose a bit of momentum off the footy.
Ball up at half forward for St Joeys. West and Lister, they both get a hand to it. Goes to the back of the pack. Bannockburn Dylan tried to get the handball away. Slick little hand kick by O'Sullivan. Didn't go too far. Coming across half forward. Can there be a pick up? Higgleton pushed off the ball through the middle. Hart had it and lost it. Tried to get rid of it. Then he did. Still at centre half forward for Western Joeys. Pack develops once again, and the umpire will ball it up.
Had the whistle to the mouth about 3 times.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So at centre half forward, minute and a half gone. Final quarter. Bannockburn lead by 4 points. Umpire about to put it up at centre half forward for Western Joeys. Goes up. Neither ruckman get a touch on the footy. It comes to ground. It's still very congested in there. St Joeys finally throw it out to Spear. Spear on the left foot gets it to the full forward position. Forbes, nice little hand pass to Anderson. Anderson, well, kick smothered. Now the advantage perhaps comes back to Bannockburn. It was lovely play. Broom's got player loose in Hickleton. Hickleton takes the mark and plays on. Has a bounce on the left foot. Lovely looking pass as he found his mark in below. And surely a free kick not paid. Bogey can't get back, but it's only as far as Van Ingen. He's done well this second half. Long kick to the full forward position from Van Ingen. Mark dropped there by Smith, and leading in the race for the footy is Nardi, and carries it over the boundary line. So
a bit stiff than Bannockburn. I think it could have been a free kick, and once again the umpire's on the blind spot.
Yes. So 10 metres from the behind post. 2.5 minutes, final quarter. Deep in the forward line. Madden now on the ruck. Does Bogey gets the tap ahead there of Madden. Gets it towards the boundary line. It's all West Saints there. Smith comes in for Bannockburn. Can't get hold of the footy, and it's forced over. Going 5 metres.
West St Joeys to
what did I say?
West Saints, yeah.
That's the old days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get too used to it. Ball thrown in. Up high there, Bogey gets it tapped down only as far as Vagona, but Vagona's kick is intercepted inside the defensive 50 by Ellis of Bannockburn, and you'd think with the momentum of the first goal might almost be the ball game.
Passed it.
So a nice little pass across there to
Matt Dillon, I think.
Dylan, we know from last week, can kick a goal. But and I guess if anything, he's probably got the Breeze almost behind him now. So nice little pass across there. Dylan there. Well, it's a terrible kick off the boot, but luck might almost have been a fortune, not taken there. And Madden, it is, clears the ball to the boundary line. No, he's not going to make the boundary. It's certainly, it's kept in. Nice little handball over to Stankovic. He gets it towards the centre wing. Now there's a run with Abasujan. He's got the run of the footy, picks it up, eludes one tackle. Back on the left foot. Nice little chip pass. Has he got enough just no Burley doing well in defence. He's gone for the safety of the boundary line. I think he would have found it. And who was that? Spear trying to con the boundary umpire to out of bounds on the full. But I think no chance. 4.5 minutes final quarter. 4-6 plays 5-4. Bannockburn in front.
Boundary throw in from the contest. Pack develops around. I'm going to take a guess. I didn't even see his number. I reckon it might be Daniel Beard. Yeah. Ball up after he gets up with a footy in hand. Half forward for Western Joey's. They trail by 4 points. 5-4 to 4-6. 34 playing 30. Hard to do the ruck work against Kaharski. Comes to the back of the pack. Shuffled out. Hinchcliffe's there. Loses the football. Rudd. Over the top, handball to Spear. Pretty close to the boundary line. Gets back onto his right boot. Goes along towards the goal square. Stankovic had the mark over the back against Carroll. Just judged it better. Kept his eye on the ball. And the floating ball went across. And Dean Stankovic, who kicked 2 goals in the last quarter last week. Yeah. Might be trying to do it again. We see Haberfield holding that arm. Got it strapped up, the elbow, but he's coming back on. As Dean Stankovic will line up for goal to try and put Western Joey's back in front. He's only 4 metres out.
He likes it.
The goal. So he's first, and the 5th for Western Joey's. They go to 5-6-36. They'll lead Bannockburn 5-4-34. Guess video final quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes played.
Well, that's very interesting. Tough. Bannockburn wanted, wasn't it? They wanted the first goal, but obviously West Saints just moved the ball up there a bit better. Bannockburn had their chance with 1 shot at goal, but you've got to take those opportunities in grand finals, don't you, Eric?
Yes, they're certainly, if you don't take them, you don't win, and that's might be crucial. We thought the first goal would be most important, and it's put Western Joey's in front.
So back in the middle, umpire Vervis has the football. West back in the ruck. And the umpire throws the ball in the air and he gets it down, but chopped off by Broom, goes back towards Rudd on the cricket pitch area. Does pretty well to shuffle it out somehow to Beard, who had it and lost it. Hard in there, fighting hard for it as well. And the Western Joey's boys hold it up. It'll be a secondary bounce in the middle. 5-6 playing 5-4. Western Joey's by 2 points. Still in the middle. Madden up there now and gets it down on the cricket pitch area. Coming through Van Ingen. Left it behind, right in there over the top of it. Slipped it out somehow to Madden. His kick was smothered. Back into the pack towards Spear and Hickleton. Now it's tapped out somehow. Handball tried to get free. Alice, good shepherd. Through the middle towards Broom. On centre wing now. Free kick found by the umpire. And
yeah, Broom.
Will we going to Dwayne Broom for Bannockburn? So Dwayne Broom now, just on the offensive side of centre wing, goes towards half forward, the lead on from Bogey. Can't take the mark. Moore set a path for his teammate, but he didn't really take it though. And the kick by Ellis, partly smothered, might be okay, but Madden getting back there, wants the safety of the boundary line, finds it. And it will be throwing 55 metres around from Bannockburn's goal. A trial by 2 points. We've been playing 8 minutes in the final term. It's a bit early to be going to the boundary, Ronchi.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
But safety first.
That's it, no time on either. So when the ball's out of play, I suppose you are winding down the clock a bit.
That's right. Back into play, Spear. His kick partly smothered, goes back towards Nicholson. Handball was okay to Kaharski. Big man goes towards full forward Smith.
Oh, that's a fantastic mark too.
That's a great mark. Nardi right next to Ashley Smith. And Smith kicked 1 goal. Will line up from 45 metres out after that sensational mark.
Nice kick too. Nice slow trajectory. Drop punt, and young Smith had the ability to take the mark.
The hands above in front of the post, didn't he? That's
perfect way to take it.
Now he does miss some goals to the right hand side. He's just got a bit of a tendency to run out that way, but as long as he keeps that hand in and pushes it just far enough.
Didn't want it to go any further.
So back in front, the Tigers with Ashley Smith's second goal. And they go to 6-4-40. They lead Western Joey's 5-6-36. That's on the guest video. Final quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 9 minutes.
For the golden oldies, that was a George Ganninan one. You know,
Yeah,
to drop 1 metre behind the line every time, whether he's 20 metres out or 50 metres out.
That's all you need, though, Eric, isn't it?
Yes.
As we said before, we don't care how they go through, as long as they get the top result of 6 points.
So 9 minutes gone. Bannockburn back in front. Umpire with the footy in the middle. Kaharski can't get it down. Player tagged without the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Coming through strongly there is Beard. Gets it to half forward.
Hose.
Good mark there by Hose. Hose now looking for options up forward. He's kicked it, directed. Oh, magnificent mark.
Fantastic, mate.
Burley, he's done well. He sees a couple of players loose on centre wing. One of them is Kaharski. Takes it on.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Well, umpires having a bit to do with the direction the game's going. So the ball comes out wide to centre wing. Can't control it. The St Joey's player and Anderson there, and the ball is over the boundary line. Yeah, what's going to happen?
I don't know what's going on.
No free kick. Show of strength there. The boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Ball thrown in. Oh, Madden takes it, a huge tackle. And, gee, they're match-winning tackles, well.
Yeah, for sure.
Sensational. Madden, I think, thought he was away there because boundary umpire threw it in and Bannockburn player still near the boundary. But now between wing and half forward. Attacking area for West St Joey's. Up high, Madden. Huge snap, tap forward. Player, player wanting to go on with it there in Hennessy. Got a head-high tackle. Now has the free kick. Goes towards the boundary and a huge interception there from the Bannockburn defence. So now Carroll back on, replacing Kaharski. Ball comes back into play. Abasseason gets it toward the full forward position. Big tap away, running onto the footy there is Hennessy again. On the left foot, has a pot shot, and he's just snuck it in for his second behind. So 5-7-37 is Western Joseph's. They trail Bannockburn 6-4-40, 11.5 minutes final quarter.
Kick in by Brewery, goes long, looking for Carroll, can't take the mark off hands. Running back there, Tainton, kick around the corner and half forward to Forbes, takes the mark. Just inside the boundary line. Slows things down. Goes long now with the left boot. Towards the forward pocket. Stankovic sets himself, goes up early. Great thump away. Towards the front of the pack again. O'Sullivan, free kick for a hold. Going to Stankovic, who has kicked 1 goal 1. And we've seen a few goals kicked from that pocket this final series, as we've been saying. And it's not too hard, but he'll be kicking into the breeze. Chance to put Western Joey's back in front. He kicked 2 goals in the final term last week to make sure this replay happened. And he'll be lining up for about 30 metres out it'll be by the time he comes in. He comes in now.
He likes it.
He was straight away there, wasn't he? He's told the whole of Boundary Road as he kicked that second one and put them back in front. 6-7-43. Western Joey's. Bannockburn 6-4-40. Guest video scoreboard. 13 minutes gone. Final term under 18 grand final replay.
Well, he's done
Just to remind people, we aren't coming back next week.
Yes,
we're not coming back.
He's done exactly the same as what he did last week.
Yeah.
It was at earlier stages last week. I think they started at 9 o'clock, so he might have been, he's half an hour in front of himself from last week. But he's the same result. He's gone the full forward. He's kicked 2.
An interesting free kick, wasn't it? About 9 or 10 players in the pack there, and the umpire.
Beauty of being in front. There he goes,
I think that's the point of it. Back in the middle again. Carroll gets the tap down for Bannockburn, but Madden picks it up. Tries to handball clear. Good smother there from the Bannockburn players. Ball still on the ground in the middle. Umpire allowing players to try and get it out. Rudd throws it out, gets it as far there as Hose, and here's Van Ingen, breaks clear for Bannockburn.
Right
Check side from the middle, gets it to half forward, over the head of Hickle. wrapped up there is Moore. Ball comes to ground, picked up by Bannockburn again. Oh, a little chip over the top. Can Malone Grant get to it? He can. And takes the mark. I think he was considering running on also. Well, believes the time is of the essence. Drives it long to the full forward position. Weight of numbers there is Western Joey's. The kick comes out. Back to Malone Grant. Can he pick it up? Gets the footy. And it's over the boundary line. So opportunity perhaps went missing there. 14.5 minutes. Final quarter.
Geez, we didn't see too many senior games this close. We've seen 2 in 2 weeks, the under-18s. Boundary throw in Madden, gets it down by himself. Beard tries to ride a couple of tackles and does so. Breaks free, gets a kick wide. It's okay. Good mark taken by O'Sullivan at half back. Now O'Sullivan just waits for a few players to push their way down to centre wing. Hennessy calls for it early, as does Abasesian. He goes now with the right boot, sets it up. It's going to drop short, have to be in front. Hart dropped the mark. Off hands, Beard comes through, dragged back into the pack. And I think Western Joey's will just be happy to see that happen a few times. They hold up in between wing and half forward for Bannockburn. Big pack gets up. And the umpire will throw it up with Madden up against Carroll. Carroll goes early. Madden gets a double fister towards the boundary line. Kick back. Oh, it's a high kick. Back towards Hickleton and Hose. Drops short. Good punch away by Vagona. Falls to the front of the pack. Rudd holds it there. Handball back. Chopped off. Needs a shepherd. Oh, Hickleton had it and lost it. Vagona in there also. Still at centre half forward for Bannockburn. Off hands. Madden gets back there as well. Had it. Lost it. Spear in there fighting hard. Tried to tap it on to the advantage of his teammate. Couldn't do so. And it's bowled up again at centre half forward.
Yeah, he's trying to bottle it up now.
Got the loose player in the back line.
Yeah, Bannockburn has to take the break.
So it's 3 points of difference, 6-7 to 6-4. Western Joey's in front. We've been playing 16 minutes. Madden, Carroll, they go up. Beard in there, Madden. Tried to drag it in. He still got it. Tried to get it away. On hands and knees. Umpire, ball it up. Yes, he will. So valuable time being used, but still in Bannockburn's attack. They're just they're only about 70 metres from goal. Now, Madden from the ruck contest towards Hose. Held off it. Kick by Tainton towards the boundary line. Foot race. Hines gets across there and also O'Sullivan. And they see it over. So about 55 metres around from Bannockburn's goal. Kicking to the southern end in this final term. We've been playing 16 and a half minutes.
Last week we said they were doing enough Welshie, but
yeah.
Can't say that again.
We're not going to say that again, Eric.
Now from the ruck contest, Beard through the middle of the pack, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Well, it's to Western Joey's advantage at the moment. They're just bottling it up out there on the defensive halfback flank. And approaching 17 minutes. Up goes the footy, comes down. Bannockburn, a wild kick towards the full forward position. It's running toward the boundary. Well, they've got a chance now. It might be the last chance. 17 minutes gone. It's 10 metres from the behind post. And the boundary umpire about to pick it up and put it back into play. Might be 20 metres. The ball comes in there. Carroll, it's over his head. West St Joey's, they bring the footy a little further away. Now it stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in. 17.5 minutes. So you'd suggest this 4-0 will be the last opportunity perhaps that Bannockburn will have. They trail at the moment by 3 points. Good tap down. Bogey can't run onto it, and Abasesian is more than happy just to see the ball over the boundary line.
Just a nice and open west forward line up there.
Is that flooding the back line or what?
Carroll now takes it out of the ruck. Can't get clear, however, and the umpire will come in and, well, we've got to find a hero now somewhere, Welsh.
Yeah, someone will put their hand up.
So the ball is 30 metres from the behind post. Madden gets a tap down again for Western Joe. Stacks on the mill again.
I'll tell you what, the Melbourne Storm would be happy with this, wouldn't they? Yeah, they moved the ball.
Oh.
6-7-43 Western Joey's. Bannockburn 6-4-40. We've been playing 18.5 minutes final term. 3 points of difference. Now ball up about 40 metres out from Bannockburn's goal. Beard in there fighting hard. Oh, trying to come through. And the umpire free kick now. You might get lynched. So it's another ball up, this time about 30 metres out.
You
Yes.
need someone on the boundary side of the
Two players outside the 50 nearly, and it comes from towards Forbes, punched out by Western Joey's, and we throw in. I don't think he's going to play deliberate.
The ball's gone nearly out on the road, I think, too.
Which they'd be pretty happy about, I'd say.
Must be a Bannockburn supporters run it back.
So Andrew throwing 30 metres around from Bannockburn's goal.
I reckon we're in the last minute.
Yep. So Carroll,
Good
big thump
punch.
away for Gona. Tries to see it towards the boundary line. I think they'll be happy to see it there again. They do so. Well, all the boys in the Western Joey's bench are turning around to the timekeepers, looking at them.
Jeff Moore, age 30 years, down there now.
Boundary throw in towards Beard, whipped off the football. You can't pay holding the ball there. Hose wants the boundary line and does so. And there'll be another throw in. 6-7-43 Western Joey's. Bannockburn 6-4-40. 20 seconds, if that. Boundary throw in again. Madden, Carroll, they go up. Oh, nearly fell to the back of the pack. And another ball up, I'd say. And I don't think the ball has moved from there, has it, in about 3 minutes?
Nah.
I think they've done enough.
So, umpire will throw the ball in the air now. Carroll goes up early. Madden gets it down. Forbes wants the boundary line. That's the siren, and Western Joey's have won it by 3 points. 6-7-43. They have defeated Bannockburn 6-4-40 by 3 points in another fantastic game. In that final term, Bannockburn kicked a goal, and Western Joey's kicked 2 goals, 1 to win by 3 points. 6-7-43 to 6-4-40. And the goal kickers in the end for Western Joey's, 3 to Luke Forbes, 2 to Dean Stankovic and 1 to Clinton Gray, while for Bannockburn, 2 each to Sam Hickleton and Ashley Smith, singles to Dwayne Broom and Nathan Knight. But well, the last 3 minutes they didn't move the footy.
No, they did excellent there. Obviously the coaching instructions from Jeff Moore was just to flood the back line, and that's exactly what they did. And they did move the ball, 5 or 10 yards. And to West Saints' credit, the boys stuck to it. Bannockburn boys, they can't be disgraced. They've lost probably 2 or 3 games for the year. They can't be disgraced on today's effort. They tried their best, and they obviously did the same last week, Eric. And they were 2 pretty evenly matched sides, and the game could have went both ways either week.
True college. Hacking the umpires.
Well, I don't know why we'd be doing that, because was there anything really wrong with what happened in the last 4 or 5 minutes?
They didn't play them all day, so they didn't play them at the finish.
No, there's no. They had no outcome on the game itself, and I think it's just to vent his frustrations, I suppose.
So 6-7-43 Western Joey's. They defeated Bannockburn 6-4-40. Best player on the ground, guys.
Madden. The big ruckman.
Madden.
Luke Madden?
Yeah.
I'd be happy to see him get it.
Very well.
Yeah,
closely followed by young Rudd too. He played very well, and of course Tom Malone Grant lifted his game sort of after half time. Dwayne Broom when he went on the ball after half time too for the Bannockburn side, and I think Steve Booley sort of stuck to his task on the half back line, playing against a good player in Forbes, threatened to cut loose a couple of times, but I think young Booley can hold his head along with all the other Bannockburn players too today.
So 6-7-43 Western Joey's. They defeated Bannockburn 6-4-40. And as we said, our best player, Luke Madden from the Western Joey's Footy Club, played pretty well up forward and then moved into the ruck and did exceptionally well in the second half. They've won by 3 points. Pretty happy the boys over there, Welshie.
Yeah, for sure. As Eric could know, grand finals, premierships are hard to win.
Oh.
They're very hard to win, and a lot of players go through their life without winning one. And you got to savour them when you win them. And
they're probably 30 seconds off last week, weren't they? Because they were point in front, and then there was a rush behind. But to have 2 games that close in 2 weeks, there's not much going on.
With grand finals, I remember thinking the Sun during the week. One of the Collingwood players, when they played the draw, he said they sat round for an hour after the game, and Tommy Hapey said, "Bring your sand shoes tomorrow." They cancelled the celebrations at the Southern Cross ballroom. They donated all the food to the solos, and he went home on the train. Just went home on the train after the draw, and they had to cancel everything, and they are very hard to come by.
Oh, yeah.
Grand finals and premierships.
Well, the Brownlow medalist Bob Skilton never played in a premiership side. He's
He only played in a few finals too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Eric?
probably the classic example.
Yep. And your players, lucky enough to be around Hawthorn's era when, played about 8 or 9 grand finals and about 5 premierships in them, and it's just the era you're around, I suppose, and in the side you're in.
Well, Roger, I know you have to go because you're off to another footy match. You just don't get enough of footy, do you? Thanks for your efforts this morning.
No problems at all. Pleasure to be here with the two doyens of football. Hope no one had their fingers in that door then.
There's a line there. I'm not going to use it though. I won't use it. It's okay. But we're just waiting for the presentation of the Cry Village News Agency Cups for the under-18s this morning. And it'll be Geelong West St Joey's, who won it a couple of years ago, I think, too. The under-18 grand final.
One, a couple of years ago.
So they backed it up with another win, 3 points, 6-7 to 6-4. This morning, 3 points, and our best player was Luke Madden from the Geelong West Cricket and Football Club St Joey's combination. And Bannockburn, as we said, will be disappointed losing another close game. Last week the draw, 3-5, 23 apiece, and today 3 points the difference.
I suppose it's an interesting turnaround, Jace, isn't it? They lost one game in the home and home series, and they've struggled to only win one final. So
it's a big turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
But for Geelong West, the prancing Serbian did it again, Welsh, didn't he?
Yeah, went forward.
2 goals.
Yeah, stuck his hand up. Nice goal from that pocket over there too, sort of to finish it under pressure.
Yeah.
And obviously he is the man they look for if they want to go forward just for a quarter or something to kick a couple of goals.
Well, he'd be the sort of guy that an odd senior footy team would be having a look at because he's got some ability.
Got some toe too. He runs well.
Well, he'll be
up at the ball well.
I think he'll be training with the Falcons over the summer, what I've heard. So
I would think he'd have some sort of chance of making it down there.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing that lets guys like him down might be attitude, and I say that advisedly, having coached ethnic youngsters for a number of years at Bell Park. And how are they going with the umpires? Do they, the ones that did the grand final last week, get a medal as well?
Yep. They all do. We just hand them out, don't we, Al? Keep handing them out? No? No, they're not.
No, they're not. One.
Yeah.
Jackie
Well, he gets one then, does he? Alan Moore, the Secretary of the GWCFC, is working out who's getting what medals. Good to see.
Well, that'd be a toss-up.
But we're just waiting for Western Joey's to come over for the presentation of the medallions. And the Cry Village News Agency Cup for the under-18 competition.
Well, I might shoot off, Paul.
All right, Welshie.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
That with you.
Don't take your headset with you.
No, I won't take that with me.
We'll catch up with you.
Call the St Albans game.
All right, mate.
Thanks to Paul Welsh for his help this morning in the under-18 grand final. And now we will have Darryl Jarvis conducting the proceedings for the presentation of medallions. And the best player on the ground, and also the presentation of the cup. And so Darryl Jarvis just talking to a big throng that's here.
Yeah,
Eric, it's a big crowd, isn't it, for an under-18 grand final with nothing else on here at the ground today. And some other finals and things happening around the trap. So good to see both sides well supported, Bannockburn and West St Joey's. So and Cry Village News Agency, the supporters of the under-18 competition in the GWFL, have been for many years, and once again presenting, we'll have the cup presented to West St Joey's this year. And the man of the match, our man of the match, Luke Madden, has won our award. I think we've done all right, Eric.
I
You
think
can always tell from the
Yes.
applause from his teammates. They don't look around and go, who? Luke Madden's had a very good year for the side and played under 17 football with the GDFL as well, so he's had a big year. We might be able to get him in the commentary box, Eric. He's doing
so.
all right with that microphone.
that's quite nice. Almost seems as if he's done it before.
So Luke Madden, our guest video player of the day. So the presentation of medals firstly to the umpires. So the umpires being presented with their medals. Paul McAleeny now. Jack Ververs and then Brad Smith. Yes, we see the presentation of the medals to the umpires. The Bannockburn boys are trudging off the ground. Hasn't been a good week for Bannockburn.
Twice in a week.
Yeah, it's not good.
The club.
So Western Joey's now, and Kevin Yip, who's played all year with the under-18 team. And David Spear, who's been very good and was good today too, Eric.
Yes, very
pretty
good
tough underneath the packs.
What a talented youngster.
Callum Harder had the job on Dwayne Broom and let him go for a little bit, but did pretty well and did very well on him last week as well.
Yes.
So. And Luke Forbes, who kicked 3 goals this week. Last week he kicked 4. And his little brother, who we saw last week, he's there again as well. He wants to go up on the stage with him and get his medal. Luke Madden, our best player on the ground. Played very well. And Ryan Moore, the captain of the team. And played pretty well in defence all day. Nathan Harris.
He got the job of the loose man a fair bit.
Yeah.
He read the game very
He
nicely,
did.
actually.
Nathan Harris, who came on the ground, took some nice marks and did some nice things across the middle. And
It's not too many harder at the footy of this young man.
Daniel Beard goes at it pretty hard, Daniel Beard. And Josh Vagona, who did some nice things as well around the ground. Eli Anderson, who took some grabs across half forward. The prancing Serbian himself, who got our best player last week in the grand final, and this week kicked 2 goals, and they're all bringing their little brothers up, which is good to see.
Yes.
Anthony Dorr, the vice-captain of the team, came on late in the game. Stephen Beggs.
He added a bit of strength around the forward line.
He did.
Didn't
Made some good leads. Josh Tainton, not much of him.
he? No, it's pretty hard at the footy
Yeah,
also.
very hard. Simon Nardi, who did some nice things in the back line too. Not much of him either, but he's pretty strong.
I think he's a dead set defender.
Yeah.
Reads it very nicely.
Yep. Simon West, one of the vice-captains as well, played in the ruck. Clinton Gray, who kicked the opening goal. Very quick, very lively. Paul Abersusian, who
He's got some talent too.
well, probably played with a bit of broken hand last week. It was recovering, but played pretty well today. Michael O'Sullivan did some nice things as well. Xavier Fitzgerald. 23, Josh Hennessy had a couple of chances to kick goals, but he kicked a couple of behinds. 24, Zach Rudd was a pretty good player all day, getting the ball in the middle. Zach Rudd. And 25, James Hose, who's played most of his days with this team. James Hose, and good for him. James Hose to get the premiership medallion, and Jeff Moore, who has taken on the job this year as under-18 coach. And first year premiership, not a bad effort, Eric.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
And his son is the captain of the team, so there's no nepotism.
No, not at all.
But Ryan deserves it as well. And the Cry Village News Agency Cup to be presented by Mr. Neville Whitley for the under-18 grand finalists. And Geelong West Cricket and Football Club St Joey's with the win.
Or he's having a few deep breaths there.
Well, he's had two grand finals in a week, so it's been a big week, I think.
That's as well as getting to the
Yeah,
grand
that's
final
right.
in the first place.
Yeah. So Geelong West Cricket and Football Club St Joey's has been going about 6 years now, and they've had some great success. They've won a premiership before this and made the finals most years, so they've been pretty consistent with their team. And there is the Cry Village News Agency Cup. If Neville's got any idea, he'll get out of the way, because he's going to get swamped here in a minute. And the Western Joey's boys are up, and don't know whether that stands too good up there.
Neville's trying desperately to get out, I think.
I think he is. There the boys, Geelong West.
Now they've been in a team photo and Neville up in the back.
Geelong West Cricket and Football Club St Joseph's premiers for 2000 in the under-18s. 6-7-43, Bannockburn 6-4-43, 3-point winners. Thanks for your efforts, Eric, once again this morning.
Pleasure as always, Chase.
And,
Quite enjoyed seeing the kids.
Yeah, it's been good. 3-point winners, Geelong West Cricket and Football Club St Joe's, on behalf of Noel and Josh Fanning. Jason Doty for another fine guest video production.
I'm Francis Serbian. Good work, guys. Hey? One of those comedy, but Jeff gave him his medal. That's pretty good, isn't it? Comedy. He must have been injured. Gasoline, you know, isn't it? Father's Day present. Yeah.